These monstrous, groaning, snorting, this man actually dying.
A primal beast.
Agres! Yeah! Mamma mia! Oh, this is so intense.
Oh, another day, another day. Let's do it. Come on, can-do attitude. No lay-ins. Well, the Pilizia's gonna come for you, boy. There we go. Wild camp accomplished. Nice. Oh, that was an interesting night. Not just because of the Colombians who, in the end, I think they were just party people. I didn't actually manage to find them. They were further off than I thought, but you know, when you're not sure if some landowner's coming, your paranoid brain makes them think they're right outside the tent. It's not a comfortable night's sleep. Unfortunately, the deflation in my airbed, I sort of had a slow puncture in it. I haven't been able to identify. I'm hoping this mic is picking up the tweeties. That rooster's been absolutely blasting it all morning. Yes, mate, we get the point. But yeah, like the slow puncture was about 6 hours in Scotland. Now it's about 2.5 hours. So, and the pillow is also deflating. So pretty much every 2.5 hours, I'm just laying on the hard floor, which I suppose is actually good for you. It's kind of the mentality I went in. I was like, I guess sleeping on the actual hard, rigid ground is good. It actually kind of felt good after being hunched over. It was uncomfortable and messed my sleep up, but I feel like it's kind of geated my back and my spine into place. A little peeky at this glorious morning, yeah? Let's have a little peeky. You can go, guys go higher than I can. What's up there? Tell me, what do you see? I'm gonna rush pack down my stuff. BRB. Oh my God, there's sand everywhere. Now I know how fucking Anakin Skywalker felt. It's grainy, small, and it gets everywhere. Now we just load this all to the bike. We're good. God, that sun. Oh God, how chewy was it last night? Oh shit, do I need to fold it one more time in half? Ah, oh, bollocks. My arse crack is hanging out. I'm sorry. Oh. Now we can blast music without worrying about getting caught. Ooh. Now living it up. Living up, now there's no way. You never ever wanna let me live it down when I come home. Alright, packed, locked, loaded. Let's roll out of here. First stop. Well, I'm somewhat tempted to head back to the restaurant I was at yesterday. They're actually one of the few places that open at 9.
some sort of Turkish bread thing. What the hell? It's so crispy. Let's go in.
Ooh, I've got a lot of donut. This donut in my belly. Yeah, when we're getting out to house farms, I'm really in the rule of it now. Look at you, you little cutie. Hello.
Camping or hotel or a pension?
Ah, you just sort of anywhere.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes, I go to Lisbon, to Spain, Portugal,
Wow, cool.
and then the last station, my home, Munich, Germany.
Germany, very cool.
Where?
Yeah, 360. You've got the coast. This would be the worst place for my bike to break down. Oh boy.
Few moments later.
Oh, this front rack has been a real goblin all freaking day. Completely hold up trying to fix this front rack. Decided, rather than just trying to move it about and adjust it, I just decided to take it completely off and realign it, which requires a lot of bolting and a lot of doodadding, but hopefully that should get it going now. Because I needed the front rack to carry more. I kind of just wish I got a different rack, to be honest, but I was so bad when I first put it on that I lost this rubber bits. I lost 2 of the rubber bits and they were so hard to get that I ended up cutting up. See this bit here? I ended up cutting up one of my DC shoes. That's the sole of my shoe. I'm just going to try to strap up that. But yeah, it's a little bit more line now. I've not come across anything as bumpy as this yet. Oh, jeebus. Oh, crikey. Oh, my Angus. Yeah, this front rack is a real problem for me. I'm having to stop every 5-10 minutes to adjust it. So kind of just want to hole up somewhere,
so I can really give it a proper go over. That's our destination, yo. Oh, look at the forest over there. Look at the forest right next to us. Yeah, there's gonna be plenty of dope camp spots. I would be doing a saddle talk if I wasn't have to basically pay all my attention to the sounds my bike's making. This is a pretty hard 2-day tester, stress test. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I don't know if you can hear that on the bike, but that is basically this shitey rack catching. For some reason it leans more towards the right. Now I thought it was this pannier being heavier, so I loaded that one up. It's not. I thought maybe it's the way I got the straps. It's not. It's basically just an absolute cheese. Wow, this is by far the coolest nature zone I've been in. It's crunching, totally crunched. Alright, let's find a spot in the shade and go for about the 8th round of trying to fix this thing. Yeesh. Oh, my old back. I've just spent another 45 minutes hunched over. So much hunching over. But I think I've got it sorted. To be honest, this day's been, in terms of recording, I've enjoyed it and I've come out with some cool stuff. Other than that, it's a bit of a blowout really. But I think this view right here makes up for it. I don't know why I'm so spellbound by this. Pretty much out here all by myself. I suppose the good thing about spending that long on the bike is you get an idea of the traffic, which there is none. There's like no litter, no signs of any humans really, so let's go for a little explore, shall we? Yeah. Let's go for a scrummage. Maybe we'll be able to find somewhere a little bit sweeter for a little camp. Right, let's go. Obviously this is a no-go. It's all sloped. I don't know about taking the bike down here, but it does. It connects onto another track over there. Oh my giddy goo. I've got to admit, I'm going at a bit of a slug's pace. No, I could say there's reasons for it, but I've got 6 weeks to get out of Europe. 7, bloody Schengen pass. Okay, this is a steepy. Wherever this does lead, I'm sure to be by myself. But I suppose I can use like trains across Europe, ready to hustle the pace up. Though I did see that there's a little place called Andorra. Andorra, little, I think it's no bigger than a city really. And I think they're exempt from Schengen. So yeah, I could nose over to Andorra. Andorra the Explorer. Let's go chill out and eat some food. Alright, so after having a little traipse through the woods, I'm pretty sure somewhere around here. Generally, I guess the rule for wild camping is you want it to have been really, really difficult for you to get to. Off a road, then off a road, then off a road. And that's certainly what I've done. Cut my goddamn legs up. But the spot is somewhere, I can smell it. I've gone so deep looking for a spot, I now can't find my bike. What the fuck? Where did I? Wait, I rolled. I didn't. Did I? No, we went.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I've gone so deep down the rabbit hole. I've lost where my... Right bloody there. I walked past it. Oh! That made me so nervous, that gave me a bowel movement. Alright. This isn't the site of a homeless person. I don't know what is. Setting up a small shanty town. So this is where I'm going to be tonight. Woohoo! Just kind of letting it all air. Weirdly, it's still damp from the dew this morning. I don't know how. It's been blistering hot all day. But yeah, just snacking on some nuts. These nuts, and honestly, I just did like a little bit of qigong and had a little sit down, a little meditate, and I was just sort of reflecting, because when I first got to this camp spot, and I hadn't set up yet, I just sort of sat there, and again, the feeling crept of just, I don't even know what, just a feeling, just a formless, wordless feeling, and you know, I sort of realised in that moment, as I was feeling this sensation in my head, like I was trying to come up with what the purpose was for it, what the reason for it was, and I landed on a few different things, and then I sort of just realised, I was like, whoa, what's going on? My head is just, it's just scanning. I have a certain feeling going on, and now I'm trying to scan for the reason for it, and it just sort of like hit me like an alarm bell. Sometimes we get these, when I say we, me, but maybe some of you can relate, get like these really agitated feelings, or just sort of despondent sort of sensation comes over. And you know, I kind of found that in the past, when I was really busy with work stuff, or had a lot of family dynamics going on, that you know, and everything was kind of busy and a lot going on, that I could easily pin it onto that thing there, and then, you know what I mean, and then sort of blow that thing out of proportion and aggressively tackle that thing, and sort of blame that particular whatever it is. But out here, you know what I mean? Like out here, when there's none of that, everything is really clear, to still have those feelings come up, sort of just made me realise that honestly, change just sucks. Change just sucks. The ego bloody sucks. It always wants to keep you in the exact same space, in the exact same... It wants you to stay beholden to it, no matter what. Honestly, the whole thing about like the shadow self, or I think it was René Descartes, believed he had like a demon in his head, and you know, that is kind of how the ego works in this really weird, messed up way. Is it will always try to stay shackled to you, and sometimes when we're doing the best things for ourselves, we're making the most progress, or you know, we're starting to get thoughts of either moving into a new career or going on a trip like this. I had it many times coming up to this, and then all of a sudden you just get bombarded with no's and what ifs, and this could go wrong, and that, or and I can't because I'm busy, and I can't because I've worked so hard for this, and if I let it go now, then what was that all for? And the other thing that I've really thought is it could honestly just be like a drop in serotonin and dopamine as well. Like it can literally, you know, it doesn't have to be the ego construct, just quite literally hormones. Being out here, I'm a bit hungry, I'm a bit tired, I was binge watching Vikings like before coming here. I would love to flick on the box right now and have a warm bath, and all the little thing that just gives you those little bursts of dopamine. Being out here and being absent of it, you know, my body's telling me there's a problem, and there is no problem. Everything is absolutely perfect. I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing, and yeah, it just made me realize that to the body, to our whole system, to our minds, change, no matter what form we take it, just sucks. It just feels sucky. Whether we change for the
better, whether we change for the worst, any kind of, we're such creatures of habit. Such an insane degree. I've been at stages in my life where I've been sat at home every day just passing one after the other, just the monotony of it. I'm barely even alive. I'm not even here. I'm just going through the motions of stuff. And as screwed up as it is, I honestly could feel content living like that. Content on a, I know it's really strange. There's like, I'm content on the surface level, and then this really, really deep voice is just sending me like, whether that's my higher purpose or higher calling or whatever you want to call it, whatever goals and standards I've set, who I want to be. That's such like a deep, deep, deep voice that it's so easy just to smother that. The battery. Okay, I'm going to switch over to the GoPro. I was going to say the battery on it's really bad, but I've actually been filming a lot today, and I certainly won't be sticking it all in these vlogs because most of it is idle waffle just like this right here. But I guess the point I was making, if I am making one, is it's that old saying, we prefer the hells we know than the heavens we don't know. And that in any moment of change, transformation, progress, whenever we're taking on a new challenge, not just bike packing like an absolute nutter across Europe, but any challenge, a new job, a new relationship, becoming a parent, whatever it is. It's in those moments we're going to get so many voices. And I'm lucky, and that's why I'm kind of out here, is that I can observe the voices when they come in. That's why I love being out here, is that, and being on the back of a bike for 7 hours a day, is you're so starkly aware of when they come up. Whereas usually I would just miss them and I would just act on impulse, and I would drop what I'm doing, I'd give up, I'd run away, I'd reach for something, I'd fall back into the cycle again and again. And it's all because we're just trying to scramble back to comfort, and comfort is the enemy of progress. That I believe wholeheartedly. If you're absolutely beholden to it and you're not willing at any moment to go beyond it, you will die while you're still alive. I've been dead while I've been alive. You will become a zombie of a human being. Moments will pass you, opportunities will pass you, and that's why I think you need to have some sort of practice, because now I'm feeling clear again. I'm feeling good. I was only sort of drudging that feeling back up so I could sort of portray it to you guys, but I just did some moments of qigong, and maybe for someone it'll be to go for a run, it'll be to have a meditate, do some yoga, whatever it is. I think there are some practices that are better than others. Like the thing that I use to unwind is to pop a glass of red, or do as I'm watching a documentary or reading a book. Like, those are good, but get effective ones. Get ones that have stood the test of time. Ones that are far more direct. They're there to focus on your energy, and they're there to focus on, the subtler aspects of ourselves. And those subtler aspects, we kind of poo-hoo the practices to really work on those, because to the Western mind, we don't even fucking believe they're there. We don't even really ever talk about energy in any kind of way. And it doesn't mean that there has to be some sort of unknown, never before measured, completely unquantified orbs floating on our body like chakras and whatnot. Though I do believe they're there. I do believe that they're just you could say they're mental representation. You could take it further and really indulge that you have multiple levels of body. You have your physical, you have your energetic, you have your spirit body, and some even go further, you have your astral. And you can do so many practices, even if you just don't, again, pin to the belief of them. Just try it, man.
I'll do the 8 brocades at some point. Do a little, nice to find like some beautiful spots. Do some like little practices and whatnot to, again, whenever the feeling comes up, whatever it is, the one that's agitating and distracting you, go back to that practice again and again and again, and then honestly you'll bore your bloody mind out, doing it, and you'll be frustrated. I had like a kind of experience with that in ayahuasca. I had it on loop for like 4 or 5 hours. I'll talk more about ayahuasca if you guys are interested, but one of the days I had, out of like the 10 times I've had an evening on it, one of them was for about 3-4 hours. They were giving out the second cup of Aya, and I'd always gone up and I'd done the second cup. But I'm such a person of excess. That's one of the things I struggle with. I can never do anything in just like small bits. I'm never going to pop a can of Pringles, and just have half of them. Save that for half another day. It's not going to happen, my son. Real talk. I'm also, giving it up now and gonna stay away from it for as long as I can, just because it don't work for me. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's a magical plant, but marijuana, I would never get a bag and just have a chill out joint. No, I'm gonna smoke the whole bag. I'm gonna blow my brains out with it. And then just sit there like a vegetable. And what I had on this ayahuasca trip is I got the urge to go up and get it, and I just felt something push me back down. I was like, whoa. And then I had this thing play in my head. It was just this like horse and cart. It was just this guy sort of trotting down the road, and he was just really present with the moment. And that's all these practices are, just something that can make you really present, something that your mind can't wander and you can't indulge those thoughts. And I was like, horse and cart. So I just heard some voices. Oh. And then it happened again. I heard them going for the cup, and there's some other people went to do it, pin me back down. Horse and cart. And this honestly went on for about 3-4 hours. This was on loop, and it was exhausting. It was like I was battling to go, like I really wanted to. And what it sort of told me is, that's what it's like. You've got to keep returning back. Temptation, desire, expectation, past thinking, worry, concern, future thinking. Whenever it comes up, go back to it. Here and now. Go back to the practice that you're working on. Derailed, practice. And honestly, it takes so much willpower, and it takes so much determination, it takes so much intention to overcome the thing. It takes a tremendous amount of awareness to catch it before you get blindsided. I've seen it so many times when people have come so close to breaking through. They've come right up to the doorway. You especially see it in ayahuasca. People have come, paid a few £1,000s and flown all the way across and plucked up their courage and done 3 months of dieting and, really built them up to this moment. And then so many of them just ran away at that last minute. So many, like, literally didn't even do the ceremony. They just wanted to go home, or, it's just, it sucks, man. It sucks. Because I think there's an old saying that the doors of the temple are guarded by fierce lions. The temple being like your breakthrough, your progress, like becoming the best version, doing what you are supposed to be doing in this life. It's guarded by 2 lions, and the closer you get to the door, the fiercer they get. And just know that whenever things are feeling the suckiest, the worst, whenever you're feeling heartbroken, you're just feeling beaten, you can damn well believe, and you won't see it, and I've never seen it when I've been in those states. No one ever does. But if you ever look back to those moments where you've been in those places before, what did they lead on to? How often do they lead on to our greatest chapters? I don't know why I recorded that. I really have no idea. I don't know, maybe someone needed to hear that.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
I'm gonna load a bit off right quick with cider. What a fantastic day. Cheers. Day number 3. Just the beginning, man. Just the beginning. Yo, come along for the ride, yo. Join up, subscribe, comment. Mundanely edited content. Catch you later, guys. Love thy neighbour. Until the next day. Cheers.
It worked! Oh, it works!
I need the sugar here because I stink.
I've just fallen in love with the German girl.